Umbre na pede be. Anasa pese otubi na akoton. Fana megu asen. Na frɛ akanta furniture. Uwon kai, ye wa dansuma, wasi dama school ni nche honoma. Ana face no, what's this mall opposite? Ana wo kuma so a, SG mall opposite. Tech, akanta furniture. Ai! Brunyo! Ye bedi. Arafo, ye wa kwaba eba akanta furniture. Efi ndo besi na kyerese. Yo fi ene ofie. Efi be efie a emu niema ene mafie no eyefie. So pempa enyam pa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye mampa anu oden empa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akenten ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdi go ho aba anempa odo anasa kitchen o pese ye fe se gboche die na bunyam go esa wei ese manema abofasi o ship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umbre na pede be anasa pese otubi na akoton fana megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture. Uwon kai ye wa dansuma wasi dama school ni nche honoma. Ana face no what's this mall opposite? Ana wo kuma so a SG mall opposite. Tech akanta furniture. Ai! Brunyo! Ye bedi. Arafo ye wa kwaba eba akanta furniture. Efi ndo besi na kyerese. Yo fi ene ofie. Efi be efie a emu niema ene mafie no eyefie. So pempa enyam pa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye mampa anu oden empa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akenten ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdi go ho aba anempa odo anasa kitchen o pese ye fe se gboche die na bunyam go esa wei ese manema abofasi o ship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umbre na pede be anasa pese otubi na akoton fana megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture. Uwon kai ye wa dansuma wasi dama school ni nche honoma. Ana face no what's this mall opposite? Ana wo kuma so a SG mall opposite. Tech akanta furniture. Ai! Brunyo! Ye bedi. Arafo ye wa kwaba eba akanta furniture. Efi ndo besi na kyerese. Yo fi ene ofie. Efi be efie a emu niema ene mafie no eyefie. So pempa enyam pa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye mampa anu oden empa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akenten ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdi go ho aba anempa odo anasa kitchen o pese ye fe se gboche die na bunyam go esa wei ese manema abofasi o ship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umbre na pede be anasa pese otubi na akoton fana megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture. Uwon kai ye wa dansuma wasi dama school ni nche honoma. Ana face no what's this mall opposite? Ana wo kuma so a SG mall opposite. Tech akanta furniture. Ai! Brunyo! Ye bedi. Arafo ye wa kwaba eba akanta furniture. Efi ndo besi na kyerese. Yo fi ene ofie. Efi be efie a emu niema ene mafie no eyefie. So pempa enyam pa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye mampa anu oden empa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akenten ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdi go ho aba anempa odo anasa kitchen o pese ye fe se gboche die na bunyam go esa wei ese manema abofasi o ship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umbre na pede be anasa pese otubi na akoton fana megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture. Uwon kai ye wa dansuma wasi dama school ni nche honoma. Ana Efie be efie a emu niema ene mafie no eyefie. So pempa enyam pa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye mampa anu oden empa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akenten ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdi go ho aba anempa odo anasa kitchen person fe say bochedie na bunyam go esa we ese manema abofesi o airship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umpe na pede be anase person otubi na akoton fa na megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture wonkai ye wa dansuma wasi drama school ni nche honoma ana face no what's this mall opposite ana wo kuma so a SG mall opposite tech akanta furniture ai bunyo ye bedi Arafo ya makwaba eba akanta furniture esi ndo besi na kyerese yo fi ene yo fie efie be fie a emu niema ene ma fie no eye fie so pempa enya mpa abeda so be ko twen da bi ye ma mpa anu oden mpa mu so oden na quality afei pagola interior doors any woodwork bia so no akanta ye be ya ma anato penkunya awdu go ho aba anempa odop anasa kitchen o person fe say bochedie na bunyam go esa we ese manema abofesi o airship anenam 3000 and the promonti apata 8 umpe na pede be anase person otubi na akoton fa na megu asen na frɛ akanta furniture
Okay. Good morning, Madam Godla. You can pick the mic. Yes. Beautiful. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Yeah. Godla,
Yes, the chair.
how do you do?
I'm doing great. Please yourself.
I'm also doing very well. Are you tensed?
A little bit.
Little. Okay?
Okay.
Yes, just be cool. We are not here to fight, okay? We are not war warriors.
Okay.
We are vetting panels here to vet you, to make sure that we bring the best out of you.
Well noted.
Thank you so much.
Honorable, and just comment on what Chair said. I heard you say, he asked, how do you do? And what did you say?
I said I'm doing great.
Sure. When you were asked, how do you do? You also say, how do you do? Okay, that's the best.
Alright, thank you.
Alright, welcome. So I have your ambition and vision before me. And I can see from almost every line you keep mentioning females, females, females. Are you a feminist?
Well, on the other hand, I would say some way, somehow yes, because the portfolio that I'm going in for centers around feminine, and in as much as it is tagged that, there is still there's still a little bit of something in there for males as well. So even though that is the tag on it, but I'm not
Something little.
okay. Some way, somehow, not too little. I would say that we are looking at it from the aspect of, what do we do to help women be their very best? And then if we are looking at it in the long run, we see that these women that most people have dedicated themselves to help reach their goals or establish themselves, mostly find themselves in working spaces, in house, and then of course they live with meals. And then if a woman is not well developed, it's kinda as well. But if you find yourself in a system where the women around you are well equipped, they know what they are doing, and then they are well empowered, they are confident in all of that. It also puts the how do I say it? The energy of you, the mind.
All right.
So
That's fine.
yes.
That's fine. Well, back to your CV.
Okay.
I can see you have stated here that you have Chinese language proficiency. Is that so?
Yes, a little.
And French also.
Yes.
You're very proficient.
No.
So can I question you in French?
Okay, the basic one. I actually studied hospitality French in school, and then also in CCTU we take a year course in Chinese, which yes, obviously I won an award for the best proficiency student for my school, but you know that I was learning exams, so. But I still have the basic yeah.
So quel âge as-tu?
Sorry,
Quel âge as-tu?
is it in hospitality French?
Okay, Godla, if I heard you clearly, that means you studied Chinese, right?
Yes.
I personally have studied Chinese over here in Kumasi Technical University.
Oh, okay.
So I speak a little bit of Chinese.
Interesting.
Beautiful, yes.
I see.
Yeah, so we are going to do Chinese, some little bit of tutorials in Chinese since you speak Chinese. Because you've put it in your document that you are, that is proficiency in Chinese language, right?
Pro, like I'm still learning. So
you are still in.
yeah, I'm still learning.
You're still learning.
What we did
But you have done with your program of study, right?
yes, but what we did was like the phases of it. So if you really want to improve on it, you take other courses to further increase the.
You are trying to find a way to.
Oh no, I'm just being honest.
So ni hao,
你好吗？
晚上好.
我很好，你呢？
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
My lady,
Yes,
I hope you're okay.
Yes, please.
Who's your favorite actress?
Then I will back Brown.
I see. So you can dance like her.
A little bit.
Oh, okay. I just want you to be free. You shouldn't be tensed. We are just here to communicate.
Okay.
Yeah? So be free and let's talk. I have a couple of questions
Okay.
that are very dear to me because I was once in your seat. I was once in your seat. So my very questions are quite important and practicals. Yeah. So my first question will be that ideally you are seen as the mother of the union, a mother figure to the union, and then you would leave with the other executives at the secretariat, okay? So my first question is that as the Women's Commissioner, if you are voted into power, how would you ensure unity and peace in the secretariat, both of you and that of the executives? How would you ensure that there will be that unity and peace in the house?
Okay. Thank you so much for the question, Honorable. So, let me first of all start by saying that peace and unity is a very vital thing in every union or every relationship you find yourself in. And then coming down to your actual question, when it comes to how I'll foster unity and peace among the executives, I would say that sometimes maybe inviting all executives together and then, just having fun activities. Even if there are people that have issues among them, whilst we come together to even have fun activities will help resolve some of the issues that we are kind of having between them. And then also, I would say that we also have to learn how to respect each other's boundaries. And in as much as we are trying to respect each other's boundaries, there should also be that sense that we are all executives, and then there should be room for us to share our views and thoughts, and it shouldn't be taken into an offense by maybe the other person. And then, just making sure that we are always in a cool environment. And basically.
Okay, thank you. Please, the next question. Mostly women's commissioners, we are seeing that what we normally do when we come is to serve our CC members meals. They said that is our only duties, which I know for sure it's not true. And so I would like to know, and then again, they tag us that whenever we come to administration, the only thing we come to do is share food and conference. We are all about seminar, that is it. So what different thing would you do when it comes to the conference? What's different? What peculiar thing are you bringing to the table?
Thank you so much for the question, Honorable. So, that is the tag on women's commissioners is, I would say, still a thought of the olden days, even though in the constitution it's part of our duties, but that is not the only thing in the constitution that the women's commissioners are supposed to do. So coming to me, when it comes to what's new, I would bring on board. I would want to develop a supportive environment for women where basic resources and then mentorship programs and then things that would help them strive better in their academics. So I'll develop that system. Most of the times when we look back in our local universities, there are funds that sometimes they use to help the students on campus that are needy. But I also look at it and I'm like, most of the times there are certain bias in these funds that they give out, or let me say support that they give out to the students. So what I want to do is that in establishing that support unit or system, I would want to create a foundation that would help the female students on various campuses that are academically brilliant but needy. Sometimes you find yourself among people that even what they would eat before they go to lectures is a problem for them. And because of that, they don't even have the sound mind to stay in school and learn, because they're always thinking about how will I survive on campus. And so we'll collaborate. I'm going to collaborate with the local women's commissioners in the various institutions to get me the people that are really in need of help, because I wouldn't want it to be a bias-centered something. Not that because somebody is a friend to the women's commissioner, the person gets to benefit from that, but the person being really in need of that support system. And then also, with the second thing I would want to bring on board is improving on STEAM, and which we all know as the science, technology, and then engineering, and then mathematics. Most of the times, a lot of ladies get intimidated by men because they may have to go into these systems and then strive to stand out on their own. And so they are even afraid to venture into these areas. But then I would want to organize seminars, if not going into the various institutions, even if it's online seminars, I would want to organize that and then have women that are striving in these aspects come share their experience, share their views on how they can do better, or why they shouldn't see those things as a change.
My follow-up question. You are like, you want to establish a foundation, support group and all that. It's a good idea. But you know the union actually depends on capitation, and that of dues, subscription, exactly. And then sometimes even there are financial difficulty for the union. And then with all those ideas, bright ideas that you have, how are you going to solicit for funds that you'll be able to push into those areas that you are talking about?
Okay, thank you so much for the question, Honorable. So, it's true that the union has limited funds. So what I have in mind is to seek for sponsorships from various NGOs, and we have other organizations that would want to help, develop the female bodies. And then also, most of the times, like these days, finding scholarship is very difficult, I might say. But we as individuals sometimes have people in our circles that at least they are not bad, they earn some good amount of money. So I would want to speak to some of these people in my circles to do that. Okay, this is what I want to do, and I know that you may want to invest in, even if not a lot of people like make an impact in somebody's life. So any contribution that you are willing to bring to support whatever initiative that I have, I would really appreciate.
My last question though. Well, a follow-up question to what you just said. Do you have a list of people already in mind that you'll be able to solicit for funds for all those programs that you are talking about? Because we are trying to look at how realistic what you are saying is. Because for you to idealize, for you to have the ideas different from you bringing it to life. And bringing it to life definitely would be based on you having some capital or funds to do that. That is why I'm asking all those questions, because I would like you to, if you get the opportunity, to really go ahead and do all that you are saying nicely. I mean, you'll be able to do it. So do you have people in mind that you think you could solicit for those funds? I mean, have you spoken to a couple? Have you done some background check with all that you are saying? Because we don't want it to be a hearsay or it to be just a paper thing or something you are just telling us to convince us. You see, that's what I'm asking. So that'll be my final. And then after that, do you know your who comes?
Yes, please.
Okay. Please answer my questions.
Okay, thank you so much for the question. So, I would say yes. As for the people in my circles, I've actually spoken to a few people, and then they brought me to the idea, and then some were actually advising me on extra things that they think that I could add to it to, keep the whole thing going. I know it's not an easy task, but I know that by God's grace, I'll be able to.
I'll hold you to it.
Okay.
I will hold you to it.
Well,
I will hold you to them. Okay. How long have you followed Gnuts?
Okay, so I would say since the time that I went to school, but I didn't really know much about Gnuts. The only thing that I knew about Gnuts was the Gnuts Week celebration. And then till I went on further when it was time for us to contest position in our school, and then I got to learn a little bit. And I think even around that time, the only thing, if I'm being honest, that I really knew was that the WUCOM under the Gnuts Constitution is a secretary to the local Gnuts ambassador. Then, we came for our first Congress, and we couldn't make it, unfortunately, for my school. But with the two CCs that recently, happened, I have been around, and that gave me the platform.
Who was the WUCOM for 2020-2021 academic year? The National Women's Commissioner. 2020-2021.
That is Honorable Mary Kabuki, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, thank you. I'm done.
All right, thank you so much. God love. I've been sitting here as the chairman of the commission, and in your response, you've not addressed me even one bit. So you've not seen the chair. Perhaps you have not acknowledged the fact that I'm in your midst. It's quite unfortunate. That's fine. So I believe as going forward, you address me before you move on to answer any question that you want to answer. Or maybe you just don't like my face, so you want to address me. Beautiful. Thank you so much. So you address me. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Okay, Honorable. Before I proceed with the next thing, there's a mistake in your CV. With the very last thing, you kept their references. Those you said here are your referees, rather. Okay, so you take note of that. When we refer to them for things about you, that is what we are doing, referencing. So that's reference.
Okay.
But what they are referees. Okay.
Thank you so much, for the correction.
So welcome. So I believe you've heard that in recent times, tax has increased on pads for our ladies. I believe you've heard that, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so what do you think? Do you think it should be scrapped off? What do you think about that? And if yes, how will you advocate for that?
Okay. Thank you so much, the chair and honorable, please, for your question. I do agree to the fact that the taxes on parts should be, taken off, because it's not easy, even for the people that are earning a lot of money, like for you to know that this is something that you would have to be spending on every month, and then it's very much of a necessity. It kind of becomes hard when the prices of it keeps increasing. And if I'm talking about this person, then let's come to think of people that are not earning no money or are earning little money. People that find themselves in deprived communities that don't even have access to these things, like in most communities. And then taxes keep increasing on this thing. Like it's so I would say that it's not really going in favor of ladies, and I agree to the fact that it should be
So it should be scrapped off.
scrapped off.
Okay, so how would you advocate for that to be done in your capacity if you should be the national women's commission?
Okay, so how I would do that is by
Going, should I say going on public spaces and then speaking about it, and then speaking about how it's affecting we the women, because for all you know, like the men are increasing the taxes, and then the ladies are really suffering, and then
Which men are increasing the taxes? So the men are bad.
not entirely, but they
So
should
which men are increasing
a
the taxes?
bit considerate.
So which men are those? I want to hear. Maybe the panel
No.
or the president.
No. No, not the chair.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome, wonderful.
All right, Ukom, if I'm not mistaken, you said you offer hospitality.
Yes, please.
I realize when you want to do your practicals, you do something first before you execute the practical itself. What is the name for the term?
Thank you so much for the question, honorable. Please, that is called Miss M Plus.
Come again?
Miss M Plus.
Okay. My second question is, if I'm not mistaken, we can all bear the fact that there is no job in our countries.
Yes, sir.
And then I may say, we the guys, sometimes we can go to the hustling field. But as we are technical students and you are a lady willingly to become the women commissioner for this noble institution, what will you do to, let me say, encourage the ladies? I realize that there is more job opportunities in courses that men are offering when ladies are pursuing their programs. You are doing a practicalized course. So now, how will you, the first question, how will you encourage the upcoming youth to prioritize technical education? And secondly, will you be willing to work for government, or you want to start your own business?
Okay, thank you so much, the chair, and then honorable, please, for your question. So as you are saying that there are no job opportunities in the countries, I would say somehow yes, somehow no. And it's like the youths of nowadays want to keep all their eggs in one basket, which isn't really a great idea. And as you rightfully said, I offer hospitality management. And sometimes
People see me and they are like,
why did
need to offer another course? Because they tag the course that I'm doing to be like it's for people that are not really academically inclined. That is, in quotes, somehow the way they see the course that I do. But that isn't it. Like, people are really striving in these areas that they feel like it's it's a little of all. When you go into some of these sectors, you are able to, come out with your own job ideas, with the skill training knowledge that you've acquired, you're able to even start something on your own. So sometimes maybe we may have somebody having his own profession as a nurse, but if you take some of these courses or if you venture into skill training programs, you are able to at least add one or two things that would earn you, some capital in support of what you are earning. And then, so yes, I would really encourage people to take on skill training programs. Just don't be shy about, most of the time guys will be like, oh, I'm a guy, so
I don't want to go into this field. But go to the hospitality industries nowadays and see. Guys are even making more money than the ladies are making more money. So, don't be shy. Don't keep your eggs in one basket. Make sure that you're always exploring opportunities. And then make sure that whatever opportunity you get to learn a new thing, you are really learning it and then putting it into a good use. And then let me come down to your second question. Opting for a government sector or starting my own something. That is a difficult question though, but I would give my own opinion about it. I don't disregard everybody's decision, but for me, I would want to start my own business. I know that in most cases, capital tend to be the problem. But there is also a saying that mighty drops of water makes a mighty ocean. So start little, earn something small, use the profit to invest in the business, and then keep it going. And by the time that you realize, you are all over. And I think that having your own work also give you the ability to make decisions on your own rather than working under somebody. And then also you're able to work at your own pace. You don't have to be like, okay, because you are being authorized to do things this way, you're always going this way. You can bring in innovative ideas, creative ideas that would, it would get you some goodwill. So, yes, that is my answer. Thank you.
Well, it's a good thing to be an entrepreneur, to do something on your own. So do you have anything in mind to do when you're given the mandate as a women's commissioner? Any training, skill training, or anything you have in mind that at least it could equip your fellow women, that when they step out of the classroom or when they go outside the technical university, at least they could also have some hands-on training that they can also do?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Honorable, for your question. So, of course, yes, I do have some skills in mind, and in my school, I organized some of these skill training programs, which was teaching them how to make soap, detergents, and then after wash. So, if I'm finding myself in this position, I think that I would still want the other technical universities to also have a feel or have to learn how to do some of these things. That is the soap making, the detergents making, the after wash, and then also we have things like beads making, and then weaving, the basketries and all of that. These are all some of the skill training programs that I would want to equip the female student bodies in the various institutions on. Thank you.
That's why. Thank you so much, God Love. I believe it's in the right direction. You are bringing us staffs over here, and of course, I believe we hope that. I think my organizer here she said something. She said you need a lot of money, and I believe these monies. Hopefully, maybe where are you going to get these monies? Are they from the NGOs, or maybe you have money yourself that you can take care of some of these things, or do you feel like maybe or the union, maybe the union can take care of this?
Oh, I don't have the money personally to do all of that, but and I know that the capital from the union is small, but nothing is little. The little that I could get from the union, I would
Beautiful.
really appreciate.
Thank you so much. Okay, now I'd like to ask you this. God love. Over the years, some people, or let me just say, people have WUCOMs have come and go. You understand, and they came with their own policies and their own staffs, their visions and missions for the union, especially policies. How realistic are your policies that you are bringing to the union that you think is different to what others have brought?
Okay, thank you so much, the chair, for the question. So, as you rightfully said, there are people that comes in with policies and then they are not able to deliver. But I still also see that there are others that have been able to make a lot of impact, and then mine is also not going to be nothing different. I am so much, passionate about all these things. So if I'm doing, I would want to go all out for it. So once I say that I would do, at least, if I don't do it at all, it becomes a very big problem. But if I make the effort, there is no harm in trying. And sometimes you have plans, you lay down plans, and things may not go as planned. But I would make sure that whatever it is that I'm bringing on board, I would try and then make it come into reality. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So to my final question, I believe so. Okay.
I believe it shouldn't be something like a trial and error thing that you're coming to do here. In fact, you have to get your head gear on, be ready to execute, do your very best. If you are given the mandate, if you go like you try, I will try and try, it's like you will try the little, then you leave it. You will give it your very best shot. That is what we want from our Gnuts Women's Commissioner. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Honorable.
All right. So as I said, my final question, and I believe you are good. We are in October, the month of breast cancer awareness. I've been seeing flyers of different organizations, flyers of different people, individuals, and even from our union, and even from our local institutions. When you go down, people have been releasing flyers about breast cancer awareness and breast cancer this, breast cancer that. Do you think there has been enough awareness on this breast cancer? And if so, why do you, so you answer the first question first. Do you think there has been enough awareness that is concerning breast cancer?
Thank you so much, the chair, for the question. Well, I think that nothing is enough. Like, that is what I believe. Like, even people that have their themselves, they are able to manage on their own, they are able to even take care of themselves and all of it. Nothing is enough for everybody. When we take even our president of Ghana, for example, like, nothing is enough for everybody. So, this issue is something that's day in, day out, people are facing. And then day in, day out, girls are coming into the system, people are giving birth, people are growing, and then they will get to all these phases. So I don't think we should ever stop, we having to advocate on breast cancer awareness. We need to speak more about it. For all you know, the information that you think we've shared, that somebody may see and be like, oh, you are doing too much, hasn't gotten to some people. So it's a need for us to keep on.
All right. Thank you so much. So I think a follow-up question. So then again, this awareness of breast cancer, I think over the social media and over, I think, everywhere, when you look at it, has been centered solely on females. Do you think it should be so? And because I believe that, I am with the belief that, and I know it's for sure, that males and, or let me just say, the gentlemen, we also get breast cancer. Because we have breasts, we get breast cancer. So, but the education out there, the information out there are solely being on females. Do you think that is right? If not, what do you think should be done in that regard? Thank you.
Thank you so much, the chair, for your question. So, I would say yes, and I would say no. because looking at it, I think that it's females that stand a higher chance of, getting
it. So the males should not be educated.
Oh no,
because-
they need to. That is why if you go to all the breast cancer awareness summits that I've gone to, I've never been to a place that I've not seen any male there.
So that means wherever you've been to, there are males over there. Oh, okay.
Yes. And so I think that yes, the tag on it is your women. But then when you venture into details, you still find males being educated.
Okay, that's fine.
So
Because the reason why I'm asking you this is that when you look at our flyers that has been circulating, you just see the flyer with the breast cancer awareness and with, I like to say some breast, you understand, or females on the flyer. You understand? Which is outrageous. But I've never seen any breast cancer awareness flyer or anything with a male. You understand? A male's chest showing his breast or something. I believe gender balance is not working over here. So I believe equally these are some of the things that we should be championing, because it turns out to be that we will be unfair to the gentlemen. You understand?
Yes.
So I believe, I think it's in the right proportion. Okay. So I think. All right. So I think it's all in the right direction. God love.
Yes, that's right.
Christiana God love, right?
Yes, please.
Beautiful. So we thank you so much.
Thank you.
We really appreciate your presence over here, and I believe we have not stressed you that much, right? Or if we have, you can
okay.
just
It's manageable.
It's manageable. Okay, that's fine. You have to manage it. It's fine. Yes. So I think you are dismissed, right? Yes. Right. You can be excused. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Please, if you share any information out there, it is to your own disadvantage. And now that you are done with your verting, please, you can go home. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Thank
you so much. Well noted. Can I please take one of the water?
Please do.
My throat is very dry. Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So you call the next person for us. Which is yes, you can have your phone. And the next person is
the next person is Jamila too.
So you call Jamila too for us, okay? All right, thank you. Yes, you can pick the microphone. Thank you. Yes. Yes, Jamila, you are welcome.
Thank you very much.
That's nice. I think your microphone is not working. You can check it. Is it?
Hello.
Beautiful. That's nice. All right. Thank you. So, Jamila, you can have your seat. Okay.
Thank you very much.
All right. Jamila, how do you do?
I'm doing great.
Beautiful. You are doing great. But I think when we are asked how do we do, we also say how do we do. That's nice. But it's nice to know you are doing very well. Beautiful. Jamila, are you tensed?
No, please.
That's nice. Just relax, okay? Feel comfortable. We are not in a war zone. We are here to discuss, okay? Yes, we are here to discuss. So just feel good. All right.
Honorable, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah. Thank you very much for the question. My name is Bana Jamila Zekeri, a procurement student of Bogatanga Technical University.
You are done.
Please.
All right. Okay. Sure. I have your ambition and vision before me, and I can see that you're saying you have a vision with a space where students can collaborate, explore new technologies, and develop groundbreaking solutions. You know, technology it expands a lot, you know, and it takes a lot of money to do that as well. So how do you plan to achieve this?
Thank you very much for your question. With breaking that gap or solving that problem, well, you have to know the students that you are going in to work with. And then you create a platform first to know how they'll be able to bring that innovation into progress. And then before that, after you get the innovations or what they have in mind, you can solicit for support from outside or people within the outside organizations to seek for funds so that we'll be able to meet that kind of their ambitions of students within the technical field.
All right, thank you.
Ms. Jamila too.
Yes, please.
With the technical area that you are talking about, which areas precisely are you referring to that you're going to make it more innovative and then exploitive?
Thank you very much for your question, Ma. The engineering students, we have engineering students of the various technical universities. Yeah.
Okay. Back to my question. That was just a follow-up question that I needed clarity on. My first question, Ms. Jamila, is that who's your favorite actress? Who's your favorite actress?
Jackie Appiah.
Jackie Appiah. Oh, okay. That means you are very eloquent because she's very eloquent. Okay. That was just to release stress. Okay. My first question actually is that you are seen as a mother figure of the union, okay? And then as a mother figure, you are supposed to ensure unity and then peace among your executive and that of CC. It is part of your duty, whether it is stipulated in the constitution or not. It's something that you must ensure. So you being in the secretariat with your fellow executives, how are you going to ensure that that unity or that there will be that harmonious stay at the secretariat?
Thank you very much for your question, ma'am. In every institution or in every gathering where people are, we are supposed to live in unity. So when someone does something to you, you apologize and move on, because you staying at the secretariat, you come to stay as one family, and then you try to apologize to whether you are wrong or you're not. You try to um, live together in harmony. Well, that's what. Thank you.
Okay. Do you think the idea to convert polytechnics to technical university has really met its target? If yes, tell me why. If no, tell me why.
Thank you very much for your question. I will say yes, because for them converting to polytechnics to sorry, for them converting polytechnics to universities is the best way, because um, let me say students, those who usually write the WASI, do not like to go to polytechnic because they have the mentality that as low grades, you have low grades, that is why you are going to the university, the polytechnic rather. But they converting it to the university really have lifted it high, because it has bridged that gap that maybe students might have that mentality. And then let me say the engineering students, because of that, some of the institutions they have been converted into universities have gained labs that they'll be able to do some practical activities for them.
I see. And then you spoke about innovative ways to get some technology to your university. Is that what you stated in your CV? You said you're going to make the union a vibrant hub. Yeah, that is my focus for tech innovation. How are you going to solicit? You know that the union only depends on the capitation and then the subscription. And then that money itself is not enough for the union. How are you going to solicit funds for those things that you've written nicely on your form? Because we don't want to be lied to. It's as if we are dust is being thrown into our eyes. Convince us, for us to know that maybe you've done your background checks, you have a couple of people in mind that you're going to solicit for those funds, or you have some laid down plans that if Gnuts give you the immediate mandate, you will start executing your plans.
Thank you very much for your question, ma'am. We write proposals out to various organizations and ministerial offices to be able to get those funds, and write to them the main purpose of that money that will be used for, that will be used to organize those seminars that students will bring out their ideas of innovation. Yeah.
That's it? Oh, I see. And then, my final question to you, Ms. Jamila, is that every year, women's commissioners, they tend to do conference, serve food, and there is this tag on us that that is the only thing we know how to do. But per our constitution, there is more to us than people tag us to be. So give me 5 roles. I mean, your constitutional role as a women's commissioner, please.
Thank you for your question. One is to organize programs and seminars that would develop the aim and skills of female students in various technical universities. Then 2 is to bridge the gap between male and female students of the technical student university.
My dear, please, I asked for 5 constitutional roles. Unless you are telling me that the roles of the women's commissioner is just 2 in the constitution. I think it's actually 4. Please give me the 4 roles, or it's 5. More than 5 or 4.
Okay. They also
Your duties, your role,
roles.
please.
They are also given any advice that is, or any activity that is being given to them by the president. They have to perform those roles. Not only the president, the coordinating secretary, and anything he says, he has to do it.
That is all. Okay. You couldn't state all the rules from the Constitution. That means you are not very well abreast with your Constitution. So please, you would have to try and do so if you are given the mandate.
Thank you.
Okay, Honorable. I believe you are current
Yes, please.
as far as Ghana is concerned, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, okay. Can you please help us with the name of the Minister for Gender, Women and Social Protection?
Honorable Lariba Honorable Lariba
Continue. Don't worry about how exact you can mention her name. Just proceed. Okay.
Zarua. Yeah, that's why I know. Honorable Zarua.
Okay, you know just her two. You don't know the third one?
No, please.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. Can you help us with the full meaning of TUTAG?
TUTAG. Technical University Teachers Association of Ghana.
All right, Miss Jamila. If I'm not mistaken, you are doing procurement.
Yes, please.
That means your field is your ability in the terms of your specialization to procure, let me say it, when you are employed, let me say it, how there are things to be in order.
Yes, please.
In this aspect of your area of specialization, and if you are given the mandate as the Women Commissioner, will you basically, based on your field as the Women Commissioner, or you are also going to execute your field or your specialization to make sure our union is on track?
Thank you very much for your question, Sam. Even though I am a procurement student and I'm aspiring to be the national WOCOM, I'll combine the two as well, because definitely you'll be buying or procuring some items for the union. And it depends, and procurement is all about how to keep records of the items that are being bought and to get accurate receipts for the items. So as a women's commissioner, I'll be given the mandate or the duty to get certain things for the union as well. So I will have to take proper record and then take the receipt as accurate as the items are supposed to be and be able to keep them well. Thank you.
My last question. I went to various technical institutions and I see, let me say, the traditional universities stickers on our institutions, because I feel like technical institutions is the younger distance for technical universities. How can you sell GNIT to the technical institutions so that when students from the technical institution complete, they join the technical universities instead of going to the traditional universities?
Thank you very much for the question. Let me say that some of the students on our various campuses are not much abreast with GNOT, or they don't even know that there is a union that covers the whole technical universities. So it's you working with the local SRC executives of the member institutions to be able to sell out GNOT. So let me say, for example, by selling the GNOT cloth, when you print them out, or the schools can print them out and sell them to the students, at least they'll be aware that there is a union, or there is one umbrella that covers the whole union together. Thank you.
Do you think when we go to sell our cloth to senior high, let me say, institutions, they'll buy. Does it sound convinced? I want us, like when you are given the mandate, what you'll be able to do as the women commissioner to let technical institutions prioritize our institutions.
Okay. Thank you very much. You can organize seminars, like maybe an online seminar, to educate them about Gnuts and then the benefits under when you are a member of Gnuts of it. So just organizing seminars to educate them, or you can visit some of the vocational institutions on some parts of the country to do that. Thank you.
Right. Thank you.
All right. Jamila, thank you so much. I hope you are doing very well. Beautiful. Beautiful. Are you tensed?
No, please.
Yes, I've asked you this question for the second time. Beautiful. Don't be tensed, okay? As I said, it's just a conversation that we're having, okay, a discussion. So it's in the right direction. Jamila, you've given us your ambitions and visions for the union. And we believe that some of these visions and ambitions are, I believe, a long term. And some of them too might need not just you, but a collective effort, you understand, from maybe your colleagues, that is, if you are elected into office, and maybe some corporate institutions outside, or maybe some NGOs, or people from outside. Do you think all these things that you stated and all that you are telling us right now, do you think that you can be able to achieve it if given the mandate to serve our great union? Do you think it is possible?
Okay. Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Chair. With a collective work or collective hands, we can be able to achieve these ambitions, because I can't do this alone. Maybe with the local SRC reps from the various institutions, and then the executive, the National Commission Executive. With that, I can't do it alone. It's something that is sort of a group work. That's when we come together, you'll be able to achieve it, and with some help of some organization or NGOs from outside, and then people, maybe alumni, and then past executives.
All right, thank you so much. And Jamila, do you, as a union, Ghana National Union of Technical Students, we have aims and objectives. Can you give me at least 3 aims of our great union? 3 aims of the union.
Thank you for your question. One is to foster unity among the vocational and technical universities. 2 is to protect the rights of students of both technical and vocational universities. And then to discuss the challenges, a forum to discuss the challenges and problems of both technical universities and vocational.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Jamila, I believe my last question that I asked your colleague, aspirant, I'd like to ask you the same thing. We are in October, okay? And in October, as we know, it's a breast cancer awareness month. Do you think there has been enough information out there, or there have let me see, the breast cancer, the awareness of breast cancer out there is enough?
No, please.
Why do you think so?
Thank you very much for the question. I will say that some of our mothers in the rural areas or in the villages, most of them are not aware of that there is something even called breast cancer outside or at so that doesn't make it everyone, apart from, let me say, someone that is alert or educated, that might have that knowledge that there is breast cancer awareness, or October is even a breast cancer awareness month. But someone in the rural areas or in the villages might not be aware that there is, she doesn't even know the symptoms of breast cancer.
Okay, then educate me, I think, a little bit. Maybe if perhaps you have any knowledge about it. What at all is breast cancer? or what causes breast cancer? What at all?
Thank you very much for the question. Breast cancer is there is a loop inside your breast, and you might feel pains inside that. So the pains, sometimes we just think maybe it's you're trying to get your menses or something like that because you have the pains there. And one is that you have to try to massage your breast with, you get some baby oil, then move around from one section to another. Yes.
Oh, okay. That is your understanding about breast cancer?
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Jamila, I would say thank you so much. We really, okay. There's a question from our audience, okay? It's quite unfortunate we don't have much audience right here, but I believe we have one who wants to ask something. So I believe, yes, sir. Yes, you can just come forward so that's, yes. Beautiful.
My name is Ambrose, and I have a question for Miss Jamila. So, Madam, you said something about bridging the gap between boys and girls in the technical universities. How are you going to do that? That's my first question. And also, my second question is, convince me why, me being a female student, I should consider coming to Kumasi Technical University to pursue civil engineering than going to K University to pursue the same civil engineering course.
Okay, so I believe you need, okay, you take this. Sure.
Thank you very much for your question. For your first question, you asked how will I bridge the gap between ladies and guys. For that, sometimes ladies feel depressed. Let me just take, for example, this SLC positions, for example, on my campus. Sometimes the ladies feel that maybe the SLC president is supposed to be only guys or men that are supposed to go in for that position, or maybe to become the speaker for the parliament, or the chief justice. But when you have organized a seminar and you educate them that it's not only men that are supposed to go in for such a position, they'll be willing and make an effort to come out and then pick the forms or contest for such positions. And sometimes they feel that they don't have that strength to compete with their fellow men for that such position. So when you have such seminars and then educate them, you even boost that confidence within them. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Jamila. We really appreciate. He has another question. There was another. Okay.
And your second question, you said, please, Silver, how will I convince a female student to come to Kumasi Technical University rather than going to K University? I will say that as you are coming to the technical university, we have all the equipment because it's a technical university. You will get that practical knowledge than going to the traditional universities or K University, because here it's all about technical. You practice and you do it. Later on, you get to know, you can go there at your private time to study it on your own and then to do much better. But when you go to the traditional universities, it's almost like, theory work or something like that. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Jamila. We really appreciate your presence over here, and I believe it's fine. So you are.
Please, when you communicate with any of your fellow aspirants, it will be at your own disadvantage. You don't talk to anybody, and please, right after here, you can go home. Thank you.
All right. So Jamila, you are duly discharged. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yes, but you can pick one water over there if you are tasty. But if you are not tasty, you can leave our water for us. Thank you.
first is communication. It's like our communication is not that effective in terms of we only deals with social media. Meanwhile, we can do more than social media. So I intend of working with the PROs in various technical universities so that I'll have them in a common platform. So if there's any information, it shouldn't be only on the national platform. It should also go through to the various campuses for the PROs to also share for the students, the other students to know what is going on the national level. And I'm plan of also dealing with SMS, bulk messages, not only on social media. It's not all of us that will always be online to see what we post about the union. So I can also post some on text.
Okay.
And then again, Mr. Mandela.
Yes, please.
I like that one.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Mandela is nice. Who's your favorite footballer?
That's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Cristiano Ronaldo. So you play football yourself?
I used to, but I've diverted to a different.
Are you tensed?
I'm not.
You're not tensed,
Yes,
right?
please.
Yeah. We are here to just communicate with you, okay? So be relaxed and flow with us, okay? Alright. So my first question, Mr. Mandela, is suppose you've been called by a media house as a PR, because ideally when you are giving the mandate, you are going to stay at the secretariat with your other executives. So suppose you are there, the union's PR, to give a little talk about Gnuts as a union and impact on technical and vocational students. Present your narrative. I mean, how would you do that?
Thank you, Chairman.
So
Yes.
right now, you are supposedly at the bigger house. So now present that narrative.
Thank you very much for
Say
the
what
question.
you need to say to us, convince us.
Gnuts is the mouthpiece for technical universities in Ghana and vocational and technical institutes. So when I'm asked to talk about how Gnuts, I will go by Gnuts is the mouthpiece for all technical universities students and vocational students in Ghana.
Mr. Mandela, you are speaking as the PRO. Now you are stepping in the shoes of a PRO. So you are the PRO now for Gnuts. You are the secretariat. We at GTV, we've called you to come and give a little talk on union, the Gnuts union, and how it's having an impact on the technical and vocational students. So now you don't talk as if you are a third person. You talk as if you are the PR now. So present that narrative for us, please.
Gnuts is a mouthpiece of all technical universities. Gnuts has been helpful to the students of the various technical universities.
I presume with the TV station you would have to introduce yourself. You are the PR, we don't know you. We don't know anything about you. You get it? Yes.
My name is James Mandela Kaliba, the Gnuts PR. Gnuts is the mouthpiece of all technical universities and vocational institutes. Gnuts has been helpful to students when it comes to technical education. Gnuts is the mouthpiece for every student when they need something, when the government is doing something that's not right. Gnuts will step in to talk for the students on their behalf. Gnuts too has played a very big role in helping the various technical universities by making sure that we make sure each student is being well treated in various schools.
Is that all?
That's what I can say.
Oh, you couldn't sell Gnuts well at all, but I appreciate your effort. I appreciate your effort. I think you could have done better with this airtime. Yeah, we gave you a huge opportunity to sell Gnuts. Okay, is it better? Yeah, we gave you a huge opportunity to sell Gnuts, but I think you didn't do much. But we still appreciate your efforts. Please, Mr. Mandela, my second question is that various Gnuts, okay, is literally not known well in the corners of Ghana. I presume you are very much aware. And as the PRO, the mouthpiece of Gnuts now, if you become the PRO, what are you going to do? Or which effort would you put in to get Gnuts to the various areas of Ghana? Since you are saying that social media is not enough, what other means are you going to use in getting Gnuts? I mean, painting the picture or colors of Gnuts beautifully to Ghana as a whole?
Thank you very much for the question, Mr. Chair. I'll make sure that I'll travel to all the technical universities and vocational schools in Ghana here to educate them more about Gnuts, and I'll also make sure that I'll go to the offices of the government, Ministry of Education, those offices that is under the government, and private offices, and let them know that we have a union called Gnuts, and most important is we letting our students know that we have a mother union that is called Gnuts. By making that way, I'll make sure that every student in Ghana here will follow the Gnuts pages on all social media, and make sure that they will also know that we have a mother union that
Fight for their rights. If they are aware of all these things, automatically it will be known to the general public. But if the students are not aware of Gnuts, it's not going to work. But if I'm able to travel, if I'm not even aware in hand with the SSCs, we can make this thing happen. So that all the students in other taken will be aware, because I did my own research and it's like most of the students are not aware of Gnuts. And I blame ourselves for that. But that's the reason I'm coming in and invite for this to so that I can go all out and make sure that all this thing has been done well, and now we will have everybody will have it on their mouth. We have a mother union called Gnuts.
So basically, you would just have to go around to the vocational technical university to talk to them about Gnuts. What you said, if I heard you right, is that what you mean? Okay. And when you hear during the second CC, you realize what went on here. Did you realize the banter between the CC members, how those things ended, how the whole meeting ended?
Actually, I was not around that.
But you are present for the CC meeting?
Yes.
Okay, my question is that due to unsatisfied CC members, payment of dues and capitation, there are rumors that it might affect it. That means coming administration, financial situation might be tough. And now that you intend to embark on this trips to vocational and technical institutions that you use without using social media, you are going to visit all of them to talk to them about Gnuts. Which money or how would you raise funds for this agenda?
Thank you for the question. I'll go out to solicit for my own funds to do that by writing letters to companies around.
Which companies do you have in mind as a money? Because we don't want to be lied to. We don't want dust to be thrown into our eyes as if we are kids here. No, we want real letters or plans that you are ready to execute. You understand me? Yeah, so please convince us.
Okay, I have two companies in mind, and I'm already working on one of it as we are talking. One is Ebony Condoms, and the other one Ministry of Education. Ebony Condoms, we are trying to partner. I'm trying to partner with them so that whilst I'm talking about Gnuts, we also talk about health in addition. So that we are going to play a better. So we are trying. We are still. They will be financing me whilst we are on we are going on the tour. And the Ministry of Health, I'm yet to embark on that to see if I'll find some support from them.
So these two people, would they be enough for you to embark on this huge project?
It's not going to be enough, but as time goes on, I will be writing letters to the regional ministers, MPs, and those things who also support me. Also back on this.
I find that interesting, the areas you're trying to solicit for funds from, because we have been there before, and I think it hasn't been easy to get pennies from the funds. So I kind of want to go all out to get money to execute all these plans, because you know Gnuts offers can't be able to cater